GSL. GSL Season 3.
What up, guys? We're back. It's time for the losers match. We're about to eliminate our first player out of the 16 that we started here with. This is Group A, fourth best of 3. Reality against Soulkey.
Well,
the map will be King Sejong Station. I do think Soulkey takes this one, but
yeah,
it's possible for there to be upsets as well.
Certainly, I have to agree with you. I think Soulkey will move on, but you know what? I know that you're all at home hoping, as Tasteless and I are, that this is going to be another like 3-ish hour epic between these two, with Turtlemech against Swarmhost. I don't think it's going to be the case. I think we're going to see bio play from Reality.
You know, with these two players, I actually, frankly, thought the Cure might be the weakest link out of all the players having today. I was way off on that. But I do now feel that Reality probably the weakest link here.
I think so.
Out of the 4.
You watch him just crush everyone and get out now. It's like, well, I guess you just don't know anything.
They call it the Tasteless Curse. Oh, God. In the bottom right, we've got our Terran player.
Samsung Galaxy Con Reality.
And in the upper left, the only Zerg in this group, he is
SK Telecom T1 Soulkey.
A lot of people here in the audience cheering for him now.
Yeah, Soulkey's gained a lot of fans, as he should have. This guy is so legit good.
Yeah, very good player.
Oh. We'll see how this goes. Take a couple minutes here for these guys to get anywhere interesting.
It's possible even within those first few minutes, it'll be a very orthodox TVZ for both of these guys. Well, you know what? I mean, we'll just have to see. Soulkey is very aggressive sometimes. Yeah. More aggressive than most Zergs are. Or he'll at least incorporate, you know, one aggressive build in a best of 3, for instance. Yeah,
he's very good at mixing it up like that. One of the very best. You know, that's why he is such a champion.
So, we have the hatchery going down now. Terran is finishing up his barracks. Looks like it should be a Reaper build.
Yeah, and you know, that's what we see so often. Actually, with the
center
timing
here, yeah, I was going to say, actually, as I saw the refinery be laid.
This is actually a factory opening after command center,
yeah.
It looks like.
So I take it back. Terran is mixing it up a little bit here. We have the spawning pool now starting.
And, well, lots of people winning 2 GSL coins today. If you want to win 2 GSL coins, make a sign. Probably write something about Artosis being handsome or great commentator. And they'll probably show it on camera. That's what happens.
No, ma'am.
They're always looking for those Artosis signs. You know, the other day, there was like 10, 12 tasteless signs about him being handsome and a good commentator. Not one shown on camera. Not one. In fact, those people had their GSL coins revoked.
They were thrown out of the studio.
Like, wow, you don't even... very cool move here. We've actually seen this occasionally where people are making a couple Marines and then just running out suddenly to kill the Overlord.
Yeah, although in this case, the Overlord not actually killed, just driven up into that high ground area. Terran then makes the command center before the factory, even though gas was there for the factory earlier. And I think this is a bit of a rhythm thing to throw the Zerg off based off what the Zerg has seen.
It's a balance, this type of build, where you get your gas to kind of line up after the command center a bit. So, you know, you get the very quick economy, but you also get the quick Hellions out. So, you know, I like it. It's a solid build. Takes a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, tasteless. Makes a new column, column C, we'll call this column.
So the Lings are now going to come up here. We do have the starport starting. That should be right below the factory. So they can swap add-ons. Oh. Okay, he's just below the factory enough that he's not going to see it. In fact, doesn't see much of anything, really, other than the factory, which you would assume would have been up there.
You know what? I'm kind of getting excited. It looks
Why
like
is that?
he's opening Cloak Banshee Hellion. Reality's known for, at least in the past, doing a lot of mech play. We may be seeing that
especially
here.
against Soulkey previously.
That's for sure. He knows how to play against Soulkey, although he did end up losing in that little rematch. But I'm kind of excited that we might see this because there's been, since the patch, almost no mech at the top level. Like, it's been very bio-focused. People are really liking the new Widow Mines and the new Thor shots. But we could actually see that here. And King Sejong Station is not a bad map at all for mech. You can definitely, especially the turtle mech style, in my opinion, plays out pretty well here. You hold that kind of fourth base area in the center. It's a pretty hard place to get in. I wanted to say a word, I can't even think of it right now. Impregnable? Impenetrable?
Well, it can be impregnable,
both, right?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like mixing the two words up in my head. I'm like, do I even know this language? Am I like tasteless and I think of words that don't exist?
I don't think words don't exist. We have the cloak getting close to done here.
Wow, he's dodging that perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, he, it was off the radar there. So we have the factory add-on now.
Yeah, it's not going to be
Being
mech,
made here.
by the way. I'm sure everyone's very sad about this. We don't get to see reality mech.
We have
I guess we get to go home on the train tonight, Tasis.
yeah. So funny.
Oh, so far, no drone kills. Wow.
Yeah, actually. Okay, there we go. Starting to catch up now, but the spore finishing is going to make it more tricky for the Banshee to get around unharmed. He's got to be careful over here, too, because that spore can spot that Banshee right there. That Banshee's very low on HP.
And a Spire going up rather quickly here. He does have the third base. It almost looks like a two-base Spire build with the speed of it. But he did get that third. Now, with the 6 Hellions coming out and 2 Banshees as well, can he actually get some damage done?
Okay, he's come up now.
Yeah, focusing quite heavily on drones here, taking extra damage on those Banshees.
Now the Overlord's being pushed out. Finally, that Overlord will go down. And again, this is smart openers by these guys, but there's nothing really fancy about it. I mean, they're just teching up. Neither player can really hurt the other one.
No, not really. It's just harassment that's going on right now.
Yeah, the Hellions are there to drive away Lings and get rid of creep tumors. The Banshees, if and when they can, will take out drones.
Well, that Spire's going to be finishing up pretty soon here. He's going to be able to easily make about 6 or 7 mutas. We'll see what he can get done with that. It definitely can help out against that Viking that's flying around assassinating Overlords, and of course the Banshees if they come in again.
Now, with the Baneling's Nest almost done, well, hold on. These drones taking some serious damage here. And, you know, sometimes we do see Terrans use that angle over there in the upper left to run the Hellions up there, but he cleaned up a good amount of those Hellions. I thought they were going to do a little bit more damage, but still, taking out some drones there does not hurt. Keep in mind, some of those drone kills were from the Banshee before.
Yeah.
Not just the Hellions coming in like that.
Yeah, and of course he killed a few Lings there as well, but overall not really the most effective harassment.
And you got to watch out for that because now Terran's expanding, and you know, with mutas coming into play here, as well as Banelings also an option here for the Zerg, it means that Ling Muta Bane can actually wipe out an army. Sometimes just having those Hellions back there with your army can burn down a lot of those Lings before they do get that critical surround.
It's very true. You do not want to lose those. Once you lose those, you don't really have map presence, especially when the mutas pop out. You got to kind of be sneaky with your medevacs and whatnot. Now, oh, the Banshees passed right by those mutas there. Looks like they're going to go do some harassment.
But there's also nothing there in the main. Oh, well, it doesn't matter because the Zerg's now turning around. More than enough Lings there to clean up Reality's drop. Now, can the mutas intercept it?
And how many drones can he actually kill at this natural? Taking a lot of damage on those Banshees so far.
Whoa! Okay, yeah, he does get that one.
Oh, a cute little place to set his Marines down here. You're like, hey, we're Reapers. No, you're not. Medevac put you there.
Yeah,
That's my little dialogue of the Marines.
Yeah, for
You're not Reapers. You guys are lying. I saw the medevac put you there.
this is like BuzzFeed.com. It's like 30 animals that think they're people. Like, we need 10 StarCraft units that think they're other StarCraft units. It's like, sorry, Marines, you're not Reapers. Get off that ledge.
That's right. My favorite is a drone with gas in his mouth. He's like, I'm a Baneling. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
And Overlord over a mineral patch. Look at me, I'm a drone. It's like, but we need condescending BuzzFeed
No, you know what?
comments in this section.
The best one might be the Broodlings like, look, we're a hatchery. And then they all die. You were a hatchery. All right, catches a couple of medevacs here. Very nicely done.
Yeah, I got to say, Soulkey doing a very good job here. Just cleaning up bits and pieces of the army around the map.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to come over here. Nice runaway there from the Zerg when he sees those Widow Mines burrowing.
What do you think, by the way, of the 4th base location here for Zerg?
I'm really interested by it.
Yeah. It's kind of neat. He doesn't have any creep spread on that side, though, which makes me a little bit scared, whereas he has a bunch of active tumors elsewhere.
It's interesting because most of the time we see Zerg take either the upper right or the one closer to the center there.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, we'll have to see what exactly the rationale is here for that. I would say that reality, as far as movement goes and maneuvering, nowhere near as good as Cure. So,
well, we'll see what he does here.
I have my doubts from here, but let's see.
I like the style he's choosing to go with. He's starting to produce Hellbats instead of Widow Mines here. So just a few Widow Mines mixed in. Wow, that is a lot of Banelings,
as one commentator famously said.
A lot of Banelings.
A lot of Banelings.
Wow, quite a few Banelings.
More Banelings than I expected.
The average amount of Banelings is slightly, quite a bit lower than this, in fact. Tasteless, wouldn't you say? I believe that was the exact quote.
He's moving out now. We have reality backing up. Now this angle actually.
Oh my God! He actually runs right into 1 million Marauders, but that is 2 million Banelings, Tasteless. Oh my God!
He completely cleaned that up. That was one of those, of course I can kill that moments for Zerg.
It is, but was that actually that good?
Well, I mean, the problem is you might win the battle, but you can lose the war. I mean, how many Banelings did he spend back there?
That was a lot of Banelings. Banelings are not like long-term units. As soon as you use them, you lose them. So, I mean, he ran into, he killed that army off, but if you look at these army supplies, they're still pretty similar. It's, you know, now he's got Thor's involved. He's got his medevacs still. I don't know.
I would like to check the medevac count here when we have a chance. There it is, 9 medevacs. Okay, so that's enough that if he put all his medevacs together, he could still push out and have substantial healing in a big, like multi-screen sized fight.
Well, looks like he's starting to push forward a little bit more here. A lot more Banelings on the way.
Okay, the command center's all done. Lings and Banelings still just moving around here.
What player is going to be maxed here?
Here's one interesting thing to note, Artosis. I think I'm starting to get what Reality's doing. Reality's 5th base is the upper right. Now, the problem for Reality here is that Reality pretty much can't take a 4th base of his own without Soulkey counterattacking.
Yeah, he's trying to take it now, and Soulkey's coming in for that said counterattack. And, well, I don't know how well he's going to do this time. That is still a lot of Banelings. The Thors here, though, those are going to be very expensive to kill with Banelings if he wants to.
Whoa, really? Not a good trade there at all.
No, I don't feel like it was really that good.
But, I guess
this is good.
SCVs.
Yeah, that stuff like that totally makes up for it. Gets a command center as well. That's huge.
It goes down. Nicely done.
So you know what? The fact that he killed all the SCVs, this all made those Banelings definitely worth it.
Meanwhile, the 5th, is being attacked.
Oh. Exact same time. Shut up, nerds. All right, well, this is, he will end up saving it, but yeah, that actually turned out really well because of the little Zergling side attack there. And the fact that he got the command center. Really good moves by Soulkey, but it looked a little bit dangerous and scary at times. Now he's making a lot more Banelings.
I think actually with the Mutas coming in here as well, this is just going to be completely taken care of.
He just won't be able to hold on to this.
Oh my God, and this was never cleaned up down here. I just assumed, actually, that was fine. Man.
He's going to nest T those Thors.
Yep. But barely. Terran still has some pushing presence.
Yeah.
Zerg still has so many
His
links
army
though
supply
streamlining
is
out here.
actually very close. If you look at the actual army supply tab, it's not that different.
Yeah, the problem is that after Zerg cleans up this army, Terran has no economy.
Yeah, his SCV count's
In fact,
very low.
that command center at the bottom almost burned down.
But don't forget, he has this really cool magic unit called the Mule, which only costs energy on his command center. So his
Mule,
economy
a
is
magic
still
unit. What is this, Harry Potter?
something like that.
Yeah, actually it is when it's a Mule Man. Those things are pretty good.
Yeah, and in fact, he's going to have 3/3. His +3 attack just finishing now. So I mean, that's like a big deal. I understand why definitely understand why he hasn't left the game. But like he's going to have to. This is, with only 32 SCVs, if he actually had a decent number of SCVs, I'd give him some sort of shot here.
Well, he takes out that Thor, and I'm a little bit concerned about the base down there at the south. You know, and in fact, that's not even the only way. GG, that's not even the only way that that game could have been ended. Soulkey could have actually gone to the second as well.
Yeah. Reality.
Really, guys, that all came back to that attack there, where everything was destroyed by Terran. But at the same time, well, he was pushed back, but then the base in the center was destroyed for Reality, and the base in the bottom, all the SCVs were killed.
Yeah.
Reality managed to push back across the map, but
you know, if somehow the SCVs hadn't been killed and the fourth command center hadn't been killed, I would have put Reality in a nice lead right there. Like, oh god, look at this. You have the same amount of SCVs. He spent so much gas on Banelings that haven't done anything. He's sitting here on layer tech. You just got your fourth. Everything would have been fantastic. But it wasn't meant to be. Soulkey takes that first game.
It's time to go on to game number 2. The map of choice goes to Reality. Again, this is the losers match, our fourth best of 3. Whoever loses here is knocked out of Code S there at the round of 16. The winner will go on to face off against Zest, who's a former GSL Code S champion.
Well, Soulkey can say the same.
That's true. He's a Code S champion as well.
Nimbus, our next map. Not a big surprise here.
Now let's see how Reality plays this out. So far, I think Reality's looked very good, but his opponents have actually just been too solid.
Indeed. Reality's very good. Like, having him in the round of 16 didn't surprise me at all, but he's definitely not one of the top 8 players in the world.
Yeah, that is the truth, isn't it?
In fact, Reality could be, based on how well Cure played, he might actually be the weakest player in the round of 16.
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility. Look at these other names. It's like, well, I guess Reality's actually done the least next to Cure.
All right. The next game is now loaded up. Our map